And of course, it is Echo 8 that kick us off on the attack. Considering this is an attacker-friendly map, I guess is the correct way to say it. It's going to be very important for them to lay those rounds on early. But knowing how strong Cloud9 is, I'm going to be afraid if Echo 8 can't make a dent this early on.
Yeah, and then note, as much as I would love to see a Viper, I know Taylor and I we've talked about Viper at length and her stance in things. No Viper this time. Tens is playing the Jet that we've all grown to know and love. So we'll keep a close eye on that. It looks like Aaron's going to get first looks and not able to connect anything quite yet. Fox, however, a little Jet on Jet. Fox wins.
Yeah, and there's still action on the site, as it's unfortunate that Aaron trying to peek through. They continue to push forward. They want this A site as badly as possible, or rather this B site. There's just a lot of chaos there. They'll still get that spike down. And so for Echo 8, at the bare minimum, they get those 300 credits. But Mitch, of course, giving us a couple of those spams there. Another point will go his way. You know, quite honestly, thinking about that round, it happened very quickly. There was a lot to digest. An early lurk from Aaron. He manages to make it all the way in towards the A site, and he kind of stalled two members there. But a great early rotate from the defense. Cloud9 were there to aid the retake for the site. They still get that spike down from Echo 8, but really, at how long did that last? It was the defense that was there to swoop in, pick up those frags, and that's a round on the board for Cloud9.
And keep a real close eye on this, folks. It was Fi on Fire, or Tyler, from ESPN just tweeted out probably what might be the most interesting question here is, will Tens drop a 40 bomb? Right? That in my opinion just shows how heavily favored Cloud9 can be going into this. That's the question that's being asked from some of the richest minds in the sport. So we'll see just what Tens has at his disposal. You see Fox go in with the shorty. He's gonna get tagged up a little bit thanks to Bison, the Bulldog, but the wall's gonna go up. Relics from up in heaven, seeing if he's gonna be able to spot anything as the spike has gone down. Looking at the familiar angles, nothing has been spotted yet. Doesn't realize there are two players literally right below him.
Yeah, they're going to be held up in hell. There's actually 3 members there now. They're really starting to dogpile their efforts down there. Vice using that camera early, get that that tracking dart will go in. It'll be a jump down for Relics, but it's the Judge Jetty coming out for Tens, and he's going to bring down the law just down to Jammies. Headshot's good. Oh, baby, that was close, but they still end up getting that spike diffused. Wow, that was close. Tens there really makes it worth our while as he gets involved, but almost Jammies comes through with the clutch, but not to be so for Echo 8. A close round, but it's 2-0 here for Cloud9, and how close these are getting is already starting to give us a little bit of a taste of how the rest of the map will unfold.
Judge Jetty. Tens once again showing just how good he is. And look, it's interesting I think it's worth calling out that look of sending 3 people down to hell is not common. You don't see that much of an investment down there. So for Echo 8 to show us that early on, I think is cheeky. I think it shows a little bit of innovation in different ways they want to approach things. But man, that got sniffed out instantly by Tens. And again, kudos to Jammies for making it as close as he did. But at the end of the day, you're not expected to win that round, right? Like, that proved that he made it very expensive for Cloud9, but again, a Cloud9 win nonetheless.
You know, this is a very early look at some of the iteration changes for Echo 8. We saw this roster that had a team filled with Crossfire players, but now we're seeing new members join, not necessarily from the Crossfire community. And to be quite honest, Echo 8 have never really had an opper, but here they have Fox on the Jet with an operator. If he's going to be a mainstay for the roster, that might actually improve their performance, because you get picks like that, and you get them on Tens nonetheless. That opens up the round. It's the 4v4, and here comes the plant on the B site.
Yeah, there it is. It has gone down. Looks like for now, the defenses are a little delayed, but Mitch rocking the op, wall banging through is certainly going to help things. Brando cleans up Vice. And Relics, the man himself with the clean shots. Mitch is able to get one as well, and that's just going to leave things in a 2v1. Aaron, the last one standing, but the diffuser's on now. He's going to have to go. He doesn't have time to wait, not able to get anything going there. Tried getting an exit frag, and, well, He got punished for it as Mitch gets the third one of the round, a 3-0 lead for Cloud9.
It's a great start. And, you know, for Echo 8, you hope to win that round. You know what I mean? You hope to come out on top. You hope to make sure that the guns that you invest in bode well for you. But it's not really going to be the case. It's a 3-0 start here for Cloud9 and potentially another one on the board. Having a quick look, unfortunate. Yeah, we were hoping that we would get a little bit of a dancing bear going on, but that won't actually be the case. Moving on to this round at hand, already Tens will find one. He gets aggressive, and quite honestly, let me warn you, that aggression should not be happening in a match that feels respectful. So Tens finding these early looks, he wants to get involved, he wants to get in their face, and he wants to keep doing it.
Oh, what was Fox doing there? Why was he jiggle peeking knowing there was a Guardian on the other side? Ten's getting the third one of the round onto Tig, and that's going to leave things, again, in a 3v1, a tough spot. This time it's Brando who's in a bad situation, and Vice isn't going to let the bad situation persist for much longer. A 4-0 start, Cloud9 roaring out of the gates.
This is going to be yet another gun round for the side of Echo 8, and they are very excited to be a part of this now, considering they've got 4 ultimates online, Hunter's Fury, Neural Theft, Bladestorm, and of course from the shadows coming in from none other than, I believe the Omen player is Jammies. So C9 have got their work cut out for them, but they also have some ultimates of their own, and in fact, some of them are quite mirrored, the Bladestorm and the from the shadows as well. So usually you'll see the ultimates from Omen used to gather information. We'll see if that's how it's going to be used here. Rarely used for repositioning, actually, which is what I feel like it's supposed to be intended for. Usually used to gather information. So we'll see how they end up doing it. Unfortunately, Jammies has the spike, so you don't want to accidentally commit to an ultimate and then the spike's behind enemy lines. May look to drop it over to Brando, but so far, Echo 8 playing it safe, sending the feelers out to see where the defense is lurking.
No information has been traded yet. You see the defensive efforts of Cloud9 are still spread out. They still haven't seen anything. You see on the X-ray, Shinobi is just on the other side of that garage door. You see the tipped smoke there coming out. Fox looking to try to play a little bit more aggressively with the spike just on the other side there. The wall bang didn't look like it. Oh yeah, it brushed him just a bit. And that's going to be green light. That's going to be go. They want to make a play out onto B. The tripwire is going to slow things down for just a bit, but Jammies gets there. The wall is interesting, but they get onto the site.
Sprays are going down for the wall to try to make things. Oh, sorry, not the wall, but really the left side of the entrance towards the B side. Finally, Fox lands that shot onto Mitch, and that might open things up. The resurrection is no longer in place, so the defense have to hope that this is fruitful for them. They'll try to stick to defuse. Vice almost gets it to half. I don't think it actually ends up landing there. And now into the back side, it's Fox. Those blades, they will slice and they will dice. 4 kills on the round. Echo 8 so close to the flawless, but 4 will still stand. And look at all that yellow, Doug. There's 9 ults available.
Yeah, that means it's going to be a spicy round. And folks, you just saw why people are so high on Fox in the chat. 4 kills that round with the Bladestorm. He's got the op this round as well, so you know it's going to be a good one. Fox played that so well. It's exciting to watch the kid play, right? Like, who doesn't love, thank you, observers, by the way, for the dancing bear. You guys rock. But who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love seeing a jet pop off? I know I do. We'll see how they play it out this time. Again, a pretty timid start, but look at the minimap. Look at how aggressively Cloud9 is playing on both C and A.
It's a read. This is their read. Unfortunately, it's not the correct one. They gather information, but this is how Iron Games and Haven are lost. The attack just stay held up in their spawn, and the defense push in. They get the information, but look how much information they get. Mitch playing so far close. The paranoia is going to punish that aggression. Jammies finding that Sage player, and that's 1 ultimate out of contention. But Cloud9, they've still got 4 more. Neural Theft going to be popped here by the attack. They'll find out where that defense is hiding, and that'll give them the all clear to go on towards this B site.
Yeah, the Hunter Fury's going to come out, and Shinobi gets 1 as Brando drops, looking for a second one. Nothing doing quite yet. As you see, the spike is not down yet. Now we're going to see it begin to get planted, but it looked like Shinobi wanted to have something to do with it. Tig is going to be able to clean him up. There's the neutral theft, going to give away everyone's position. And as quickly as they got onto B, they pulled right back out. It looks like they want to rotate over onto C now, but Fox, he's able to get one, not able to get a second one yet. Aaron does, however.
Just down to Vice now, and we've seen him get some crazy 3Ks, some crazy 4Ks, specifically at the Pulse Invitational when he's on his lonesome. Here's the one. Still got 2 more left, but I think that was a great fake towards the garage as he hops over. But still, Fox isn't buying it. Here comes the peek. Shot's not going to be good, and now it's just down to the 1v1. This is what he wanted. The spray! So close. But when you get shot in the head, there's only so much you can do.
Man, that was almost... Oh, that was almost something special. Comes up a little bit short, and look, kudos to Echo 8 for putting up 2 rounds there with the slowest start as they've had. Again, Fox still playing very well, 7-5. He's got plenty of money, and he's still got the op and full armor as well. There's still a lot of ults really on both sides here left to be used. We'll see if they opt to use them here on this round. But we've seen a couple of different looks. We've seen a more of a passive play out of the T side from Echo 8. Haven't fully invested into anything yet, at least right off the bat, and this might be the difference.
Yeah, unfortunately for the side of C9, they are on the eco, which means that we have a close match. Brando will hunt down Mitch and get the 3rd tag. That is the presence of mind of a great Sova player. We are now seeing the arrow go flying. We'll zoom through the air, follow it. Shot dart goes behind the box, but not going to connect with the opposing Sova Shinobi. Early pick here from Fox. Woo. Vice will answer back, but that Sheriff needs to do a little bit more damage. A great positioning from Vice. Tags him through and now going to start to chase him out. Unfortunately, not chasing him fast enough as C9. Wow, Vice. Okay, Vice. Whoa. Slow it down. Nice 3K on the round, but still, well, not meant to be. Echo 8 will win that one.
Vice, 9-5. Very impressive play there with the Sheriff. And again, that's another round. That's 3 rounds in a row. You mentioned it earlier. This is a close game. Now, Cloud9 has full buy. They've got all the weapons that they need. So again, it's going to be this instance of good against good to see how they play this out. It looks like at least early on, they're going to invest onto a play onto A, which we haven't seen a hard commit that way yet. It's been a whole lot of B. It's been a little bit of C sprinkled in, but we haven't seen a ton of attention over onto A side except for the opening round.
Now that Cloud9 have had their eco, they can buy some weapons here. But spread out so far, not reading where their opposition is going. Of course, with our caster vision, we know that it is going to be the A site push. Shinobi, actually, I don't think he gets anything off of that. They hide pretty well, stick to the wall, and are still interested in this push towards A. If Echo 8 are able to take this win, especially this map over Cloud9, we might be looking at a 3-map series like we were talking about on the desk. And for a team like Echo 8, you want to be able to take it to Cloud9. You want to be able to show a great performance. Jammies, though, do I even need to talk about this play? Do I even need to talk about it? He's going to find one from behind enemy lines. They don't expect it. Shot comes in from Fox, and Tens will be the one that falls down. 2 more remain. Mitch was hoping that that was going to be the operator. Oh, it was. So that'll be picked up. I think Cloud9 calls to save here. They don't want their weapons to really fall into the wrong hands.
And for as strong of a start as we saw from Cloud9, we kind of thought, at least I thought, that it was a difficult spot for Echo 8. They kind of get punched in the mouth, and you wonder how they're going to respond. Well, hot dang, they've responded. We're going to tie it up here 4-4. Echo 8 is playing very well. They've got, as far as finances go, they're in great shape. And you get for Cloud9, here's the problem, right? Echo 8 has shown now that they can also win on A. If you're Cloud9, you're just kind of guessing at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, the reads are really just not kind of going in their favor. They're trying to flush out Mitch here. He actually gets taken dangerously low, but they will actually take out quite a lot of people there in that scuffle. They will obviously have the economy to buy up. Echo 8 feeling really great. But on the opposite side, Cloud9, they're getting 2,900 a round. That is just 100 off of the attack. Considering how many rounds Echo 8 were able to win in a row, this momentum could be deadly. Could be very, very deadly. But already, if we think about how many rounds have unfolded, Cloud9 are at 4. So the worst possible case is an 8-4 half. I don't actually think that that's going to end up happening. But at least they can move into the second knowing, okay, we're close. let's see how much we can stall out before we move on to the second half.
All right, keep an eye on that. The Blade Storm was used off the bat. Brando looking to see if he can get any information with the drone, and he's just going to be met with emptiness. Doesn't realize that there is some attention over there. Fox misses every single blade, but it didn't matter because Jamie's was there. And if you miss with the blade, at least you've got the op. Shinobi goes down. It's going to be a 5v3 here in favor of Echo 8. Relics, yeah, Relics is able to get one. He's going to be working up the flank. Tens gets one as well. Looking for another highlight play as Tens gets the third. Mitch is able to pull up Shinobi, and Aaron finally takes Tens down.
Just down to Aaron here. Held up in the cage. A great angle as well, but they know exactly where he is playing. The defuse comes through. Pros don't fake. Almost there with the spray transfer. But C9, they'll put another one on the board and regain their lead. That was a close one. An expensive round for both teams, but more expensive for Cloud9 considering how much they invested into this round. We'll see how that Grumpy Cat gives them the morale boost that they need. We're seeing the weapon now start to come in as well. Ten's able to purchase himself an operator, but the rest of the team, they're not going to be able to bring Jordans on the first day of school. It's Vice and Mitch with the Bulldog. Not the most ideal weaponry, but still able to at least keep it competitive. Maybe they'll find an upgrade once the attack push forward and maybe drop a weapon. We'll see, but Doug, this is a close match.
It is. What do you think they're rocking here? If not Jordans, maybe Skechers? Skechers?
I'm thinking some old DC skater shoes. You know, they.
Either way, yeah, it's going to be a tough spot. You saw that arrow there go just a bit wide. No intel gained, but no intel lost. Fox looking to work that angle. Didn't realize there was a drone headed right his way. Now they're going to back off as the Omen smoke leaves mystery inside the B site. Fox spots one, gets him. Whoa!
Wow.
Fox getting the best of Tens there in the op battle. You don't say that very often.
No. Are we looking at the new Tens? No, nah. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. Listen, if we end up going to Ascent and Cloud9 just 13-1s them, there's a lot for Echo 8 to still learn about the different maps, right? Some of these members are new to the team. Fox, this is his first appearance with Echo 8. He's really showing that he deserves to be on the team, but of course Echo 8, they're unsigned. So they themselves as an entire roster still have yet to be proven. Now, Fox proving his worth one frag at a time. It's Relics that will fall. Vice there with a quick refrag. Those DC shoes coming in clutch. They now have to back away as the neural theft is really going to spot them out. But still, the defense, they're committed to trying to get this spike defused. It's still just down to just one here. It's Vice. He's got the Bulldog, but unfortunately the leash, it's too tight. Cannot control the spray. Jammies, that last and final frag. Could very well see the 6-6 here come out. And then Cloud9 will take us home for the attack.
I am very impressed with Echo 8 right now. Yeah, Fox is doing a lot of the heavy lifting at 15-7, but I've just been thoroughly impressed with Echo 8 and how they've played, their decisiveness, and even like their willingness to, if they invest into a site, to pull out when they realize that there's nothing left to be gained and they want to try to cut their losses. That's very mature. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think that bodes really well. We'll see if Fox is able to light up the scoreboard yet again, as it looks like it's going to be a pretty decisive push on to A. Brando's going to be met with the tripwire here in just a moment. Hey, up, there it goes. It's been tripped. The recon ball comes out. There's the Hunter's Fury. Vice is able to get one, however. Shinobi tags up 3, I believe, as Jamie's drops. They know where the play is, and this is a really good opportunity to see whether or not they're going to double down or back out.
This is the eco. This is the eco. How do you lose that? Tens. He's going to find Fox. Answers back with a frag of his own, and it's with the Sheriff, no doubt. Aaron somehow is able to track through the smoke. He's got the eyes and knows all. He's all-seeing. Still, it's just down to 2 for the attack, and the defense have made it very expensive. Ten's going to find an upgrade, and now still lurking towards the site. It's going to be Brando that is interested and now looking down towards Banana, but will he find some rotten fruit on the other side? Still, Ten's looking down. He's going to get taken out by Brando quite handily, but caught him with his pants down there. Still, the 2v3. Very doable for the side of Cloud9 to defend, as they now will make their way through the site. Flow orbs come through. Vice will win with the ghost. Casper sends his regards, and now here comes the swing. it's Shinobi that'll take out Brando. And I mean, Valorant tells us exactly how that round went. It was thrifty. They funneled in one at a time, but they found all the frags right out the bargain bin. Cost effective for them, and now they will have the weaponry online. And before I pass it back to you, Doug, this team, Echo 8, have never had this superstar player. Like before it was Aaron, he would play the Rays, he would do things, it'd be great. But now they have a solid Jet player that they can rely on. And when he's doing these types of things against Tens, when we're having like a consistent Jet v Jet battle, I'm excited about Echo 8.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's held up as well as he has against Cloud9, obviously showing that there's no sticker shock or intimidation with the nameplates that he's facing up against. He's played very, very well. Up against Tens, too. We'll keep a close eye on that matchup and how it unfolds, as it looks like right now the spike is slowly creeping its way up across the middle of the map. They have two options here. They can go garage or they can go straight on to B. And right now, and at least for the time being, it still looks like it's a little bit undecisive. Fox has used the Blade Storm. And he's got a Judge, I believe, in his back pocket there. So you got a little bit of both. You got some up close and personal. You got some long range. You've got options, but we're going to see this site display onto B again. The wall goes up, and that means go.
Like this fake, though. Fox already starting to get involved and really opening up that line to push in from the garage. They just pull off of B, and they get involved. Fox with 2, but he gets taken out by Tens. The Jet battle continues, and now Tens using the Blade Storm, trying to inch ever so close, puts the spray right in the face of Danger, misses those knives. They will not slice and dice like they used to. Tig, as well as going to get the res back into play. Fox will be up. And it's the 6-6 half. It was chaotic. It was a little crazy. I'm not going to lie. There was smokes everywhere, utility all across the board. But for Echo 8, it's an attacker-sided map, and 6-6 is the best that you could produce. Considering Cloud9, they were able to have a great start. What was it, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 6? Was it like it was something crazy in a row? And they start coming back swinging. This is some good stuff. This is some good Valorant.
And unless we see a drastic difference in the second half, I don't know that Tens is going to be dropping a 40 bomb. He isn't even leading his team. But yeah, look, I am, again, very, very impressed with Echo 8, man. Who the heck are these guys? Tied up 6-6 going into half. And mind you, it's Haven, so you say what you will about that. But now we're going to get to see how Cloud9 decides to play on the T side. They've left the spike back over by Spawn and look to try to get a couple of kills here as early as they can.
Wow.
Over onto A, but Brando picking up right where he left off with the kill onto Mitch.
I don't really know what happened there. Maybe he had like a great shock dart lineup. Maybe he got back in the corner, aimed it up. It takes a while for it to drop down. And so I wonder if he anticipated somebody hiding in that like cubby at the entrance of Banana. But it's been a quick trade. Already Vice finds one. Aaron will answer back with a kill of his own. The pistol going to be chaotic. And Jammies will follow suit. Echo 8 off to a great start on this defensive side. Unfortunately, it is still Cloud9 determined to push forward. That's going to be the battle of the Jets. They will quickly trade down to the 1v1 Relics. Omen v Omen, but it's Jammies that'll find that 3K on the round. And Echo 8, they've got a round lead.
And the only reason Jammies wins that there is because he's crouching when he's shooting. Relics had the cursor exactly where he should have been. But because he was crouched, it wasn't able to connect, which just goes to show you folks at home who are watching. Later on today, when the broadcast is done and you decide you want to go try to get into your ranked matches, crouch when you shoot. I promise. It's a good thing. Crouch when you shoot. But again, very impressive out of Echo 8. Fox at 17 and 10 is going to be using the Marshall this time. Not nearly as effective, not nearly as impactful as the operator, but can still do a significant amount of damage nonetheless. Take a look at the set piece we're seeing here out of Cloud9, investing 3 over onto C, see what information they can get, see if there are any openings to be had. You hear the pings on your mini-map. Tig looks like he's going to be wanting to put up the wall. Yep, there goes the wall. They've walled off C long, and that's going to force Cloud9 out.
Yeah, plus the smoke's down. They might think about recommitting here. They're still kind of going back and forth. The rest of the team from Cloud9 starting to get a new look towards the middle. They'll find a pick onto Fox, and again, Tens versus Fox. What keeps happening in this match? Tens now having to deal with the pesky Cypher. It is, of course, Aaron. He'll find the spray down onto Mitch, but gets a face full of Sheriff from Tens as there's pandemonium on the site, switching from player to player. Shinobi trying to use the Marshall, but he's got some Sheriffs on the other side that he's got to deal with. Lots of frags here going over to the side of Cloud9. Just down to Jammies. Those pre-fires not really working out. They'll hightail it over towards that A site. Crazy round here on the B site. Just down to Jammies now. Sees the other Omen. It does feel like, oh, wow, I like this. Oh, I like this. But Jammies, great reaction time.
Yep. Now, but as cool as that was, he still has a lot of the work out in front of him. It's a 1v2, and the spike is planted on A, and he's not anywhere near there. You wonder if he opts to save here or what he's going to do. Yeah, he's running the heck away. I don't think he wants any of this unless it's going to be he's not going to have time for a super slow burn, rotating all the way around. So this looks like it's going to go in favor of Cloud9, and that's going to knock things up 7-7 again. Simo, I did not expect to be saying that when we loaded into this map. 7-7. Echo 8 is playing this map very, very well.
Well, at the end of the day, it is their map pick. So we have to understand that and think about, I don't personally know Cloud9's record right now on a map like this. Let's have a quick look. Bada bing, bada boom. Their Haven record is like 50%. It's not the greatest. Their Ascent is way better, and that's probably hence why they pick it. Their Bind, not as good, hence why they ban it. So, on a map like Haven, Echo 8, this is their comfort pick. This is what they know. But considering how new they are, I'm worried what might happen on Ascent, that they'll just get completely crushed. But if it's going to be like anything like the map that we are witnessing, these teams are close. And not even when it comes to strategy, mechanically. We are seeing frags go left and right, but already the attack have found a pick onto Aaron, and that might be good news for them where they decide to push up.
Yeah, I think 10 certainly needed that. Fox is going to drop as well. That's already 2 for 10s with the Vandal. We'll see if he's able to continue. Relics gets one as well. And as much as we've been gassing up Echo 8, they seem to be dropping like flies here left and right in the opening moments of this round. Tied up 7-7 here in map 1 of the semifinals. We'll see if Vice is able to pick anyone up. Nothing doing quite yet. As you see on your mini-map, folks, the spike rotate all the way over to A. Shinobi's already on site. And it looks like it's going to be the easiest take of all time.
We'll see how they end up working with the last final member. Jammies on the opposite side. Or sorry, it's Jammies. Yep, he's the one that falls. The grumpy cat comes through. We have another look. It's a cute cat. It's a cute little cat. Wish it was my cat, personally, but I've got 2 other cats that I've got to take care of. 2 rounds in a row for Cloud9. They are really making this attacker side interesting, but we're still not really out of the woods just yet. We need a couple of gun rounds from Echo 8 to really feel the pulse of how this will eventually start to unfold. But like you said in the pregame, if Echo 8 do not close this map out, if they are not the victors, it's going to be very difficult for them to really win Ascent against a team that loves Ascent.
Yeah, Fox has been smoked off on C-Long. Keep an eye on the Omen down there, see if he's able to do anything. Fox, oh, he knows where he is. He's jumping. Oh, he hits the shot anyway. Holy smokes, Relics goes down.
That's huge opening pick here for the defense. Echo 8 can feel comfortable now rotating and committing some of these resources over towards the A site. They see the Owl drone. Let's see what ends up happening. Smoke up towards Heaven. Pretty standard stuff as the rest of the team will put up a wall up and stop that push forward. Mitch will find an entry as the defense will hold fast, not letting the spike get planted. Brando with 2 so far on the round. Last one standing. It's 10s. Great mow down and back to 8-8. Moments ago, it was 1-1, and now it's 1 again. It's back and forth between these 2 teams.
This match has been so close and it's been so good, and I think what I like from what I've seen so far is that it's not a repeated effort from either squad. They're showing each other very different looks every time, and that's where one is besting the other. So again, just a testament to how evenly matched up these 2 squads are. This map has been very, very close. Like you were just mentioning, Echo 8 needs this one, right? Like, it feels real bad if you lose this one, especially knowing what's in store for you with the set. So they've got to get this one going here or there. We see the Hunter Fury coming out of Brando. Hasn't connected on to anyone. No, it looked like he was just guessing. and didn't get any information. Here's Tens pushing into garage. He's going to drop a couple of smokes, remove that tracking dart, nuisance, probably pretty painful, I would think, and is going to back out.
Yeah, thankfully it doesn't do any damage. A quick mental look into the other match. Gen G, Charlotte Phoenix in overtime right now on Haven.
What the heck is happening?
I don't know what's happening, Doug, but you are putting some magic together with this tournament. We are now seeing the entry point for Cloud9. They'll find an early pick onto Aaron, which will allow them to get that spike planted. The defense are forced now to react. Let's see what that form of reaction turns up to be.
Yep, take a look at your mini map. See the Jet, see Fox now. He's rotating back through. Looks like he's going to commit into garage as Mitch drops Tig on site. Relics looking at the flank. There's that flank we were just talking about as Brando takes care of Mitch with the shock dart. Shinobi just on the other side of the door. Fox looking to see if he can spot anyone with the op. He's going to get smoked up. Oh, he hits that shot. How the heck did he hit that? Vice goes down. Jamie's gets a two-piece as well as Relics and Shinobi go down. The defuse is going to come through and Echo 8 continue to impress.
Let me just pose a question to you just for a quick second and see what your initial reaction is. Can you imagine a grand final between Charlotte Phoenix and Echo 8 that Gen G and Cloud9 just somehow don't even make it there? Now I understand they may be playing it a little bit looser. Maybe there's like the stakes aren't high enough for them to really put their best foot forward. But I feel like Cloud9's trying. I don't think that they're doing anything necessarily wrong. They're really putting their angles forward. It's not like they're hiding something for the major. Cloud9 is playing how Cloud9 play. And Echo 8, so are they. And we are seeing some great stuff coming out from Echo 8 to really answer Cloud9.
Yep. Speaking of great stuff here, we'll see if Tens is able to put anything great together with the Blade Storm. We see him pull out, see if he spots anyone, pops right back into safety. The spike hanging right outside of the garage door. You see Fox making his move onto C. He's got the op, and it looks like for now the play is still undecided. At least on the side of Cloud9. Jamies is going to take care of Relics there. Jamies is going to get a chance at another, not going to connect as he shoots blindly through the smoke in the garage doors. The spike on your minimap cheating its way over onto A. Brando looking to see if he gets any information, excuse me. A little guessing, nothing doing, but the problem with that is now they know where he is.
Yeah, still going to be a pretty hefty retake from the defense. It's the 4v5. Make it the 3v5. Echo 8 are holding on to this for as long as possible. Of course, the spike is down, but for really how much longer? Tens waiting for that push in through heaven, and it's likely to come soon. The Blaze Storms are going to come out. They answer it right at the same time. Fox will have the better of Tens. What a crazy round. Shinobi should have kept that Hunter's Fury maybe for the defuse. Now Jamie's going to try to sneak in behind the Sova. But at this point, oh, the shock dart might be able to cancel that defuse. Let's see if another one comes through. That'll land, but unfortunately not on the money, and the defense will get that defuse. 10-8, double digits for Echo 8.
Wow. 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 Look, there's seldom a moment in life in which I have no words. And right now, given Echo 8's performance right now, I have no words. They're playing so well. And Cloud9, they're a little behind the 8 ball here. They haven't been able to play like we expect to, and I wonder how much of that is Tens isn't fragging out of his mind. That might be the difference maker here. It looks like the set piece is going to be going out over onto A as the spike makes its way forward. There are only 2 members of Echo 8 on A. You see the Sage on their side has played pretty aggressively, worked her way, all the way up C long, hasn't found anything yet. Now they're going to get the information that they were looking for, at least a little bit. Fox, once again, fragging out. He's gotten Mitch with that op. The man has been like clockwork.
Yeah, having to pull back towards the B site, but really that early pick can be quite scary for Cloud9. Still looking to commit towards this A site. We saw how that last round didn't really work out quite well. But honestly, if they lose this round, their economy is going to start to falter, and Echo 8 could really close it out here and now. So that's why you're seeing them pull off. They want to be a little bit safer than sorry. But look who's in the middle. Watch this. You're going to peek the window? Try it. I dare you. Okay, good night. Have a seat, Vice. I'll see you in the next round. Fox sends him to the Netherrealm, and now Cloud9 are just down to 3.
Down to 3 without really any good option as far as where to take the spike, and that's certainly going to cut things off even more. Tig is going to get a chance at Shinobi, and Shinobi winning that gunfight off that heady is just insane. Tig getting bested there, and that's going to allow the spike to go down. That wall was up. It's going to come back down as soon as they could have, as the spike has been planted. You see two members rotating over from spawn, and the other one is still hovering over on that B site. Tens with the op. Oh my gosh, there are members right on the other side of that smoke as they creep their way forward. He's going to drop a smoke as well, and the clock is ticking. If you're Echo 8, you've got more to worry about than just Cloud9. Brando looks like he's going to drop a dart, try to get some info. Tens still staying there. Now they're going to go. Tens is able to get one, not able to get the second as Brando takes care of things. Shinobi, however, is going to do it, and Brando does it again. It's going to leave things in a 1v1. Relic's just trying to bide his time as the spike continues to go down. Brando's going to get the kill, but is not going to have enough time for the defuse. Well played there out of Relics, and that's an important round for Cloud9.
Is it, though? They don't have the weaponry now moving forward. Vice is on 3,300. On the opposite side, the defense, they've got 6,000 plus. They're all feeling good. They're like, yeah, okay, we'll let you win that one. Yes, it was close. Yes, that was a great round from Cloud9, but the cost is just way too high for them to continue to keep things competitive. It'll be the force up for them, and in some of the cases, depending on teammate to teammate, it won't be the most ideal buy. So having a quick look around, there are some good weapons online, but it's not going to be as good as in comparison to Echo 8, who've got the full buy there. In that engagement, Tens had 1 HP, so I'm surprised he survived and managed the frag, but almost getting the collateral here for Fox. Mitch will send him to sit back down.
Yeah, he went from having the opportunity to land a couple of really cool shots to not even landing one. As Fox drops, there's the neutral theft that's going to give away everything. The spike, you see it in your mini map. It's hovering around A short right now. Brando has gotten some information as he spotted Tens, but again, the spike is still hanging out on A short, but the wall's going to go up, and that might prove to be trouble for Cloud9 as they decide they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to push through it, and then they're just going to back off. However, yep, thank you, observers. Tens looking for a little bit of an exit frag.
Tens holding on for these potential flanks, knows that there's one in the corner, or at least imagines there may be one in the corner. It is, of course, Tig on the opposite side, the jiggle peek, but he's patient. That patience pays off. The defense now down to 3, and it's 5 strong for Cloud9. A round they desperately need to win to tie it up and to start to have the economy swing back into their favor. What a jump from Tens, but it does not pay off. And they will dwindle the odds back down to something a little bit more favorable for Echo 8. It's the 2v3, but are they committed to fighting for this plant? They need to make sure that they take this seriously. Thinking maybe they'll go down towards Garden and then rotate through the window, but they're taking it slow. So something tells me they'll let that spike tick away, and they're looking for some of these exit frags. That op, they definitely want a piece of that. The swap over, the crossfire there is set up, and they will just escape down Banana and keep that weapon. And unfortunately, Vice, is he going to swing here? Oh! Close,
I guess it trades out. I guess so. We got one as well on the way out there, but knotted up 10-10. Simo, this thing is nuts.
This thing is nuts. Cloud9, unfortunately, they win these rounds, but they're expensive. They're very expensive. It's like just barely crashing a brand new Lamborghini. You're like, whew, that almost cost me a couple $1 million there. So they're still keeping it in contention, but these are getting very expensive. I'm surprised Mitch is even able to afford heavy armor, utility, and the weaponry. So some of the weapons still online for Cloud9, but Tens doesn't have the operator, and we've seen him either do great things with the op, great things with the judge, but never great things with the Phantom. So not that he can't use it, but we'll see how this round pays out for the attack. And already Tens out of the picture. It's the defense that start off the round by sending a message.
Fox once again with the opening frag with op. You've got to get that op out of that man's hands. Vice is able to get one as Brando gets taken out. The spike is still cheating over onto A site. There's you hear the Hunter's Fury on Shinobi. And it looks like he's kind of guessing as well. Yep, not going to connect on anything as he backs off. It may have been like just making a little bit of noise out over onto C. If you look in your mini map, you'll see that the spike is very firmly headed out over onto A. So I like this out of Cloud9. Spend a little, yeah, make some noise over here, a little riffraff, rigmarole.
Oh,
But
Tig.
invest everything over onto A. And look at that. Now now Echo 8 is starting to rotate over through the spawn, but it might be a little bit too late. The spike is still not down though. Why is this taking so long?
Tig, he hops over the tripwire. He's gonna come in from behind. It's Shinobi that gets a face full of Phantom. They will swing on him, so they will actually get the res. They will get the play that ends up in their favor, but it's a great shot from Fox. Now switching to the Blaze Storm, having something that's a little bit more fruitful for him. But it's the 2v3, still committed to the play. One more updraft available for Fox, and now they'll start the funnel, and the operator now is what he will switch to. Looking for that jiggle peek on the opposite side. It's Vice, who's just holding strong. The patience is clean. First shot isn't good. That's the swing from Jammies. He'll be dealt with by Relics, and it's Vice to give Cloud9 the round lead.
In a much less expensive manner too, right? Like you've talked about how close these rounds have gone, and while that one went down to the wire as far as timing, Cloud9 managed to get out of that with 3 members alive, which is super important. So we'll keep an eye on the economy and how that plays out. Cloud9 should be, again, keyword should be in a good position here to rattle off a couple of rounds and potentially put this thing away before we transition. But Echo 8 just continues to impress, and it's not like they're broke by any means. You see Brando, oh well, Brando's rocking an Ares, so maybe they don't have a ton of money.
Oh.
Shout out to Arda. I know he loves his Ares, but Tens with the opening frag, they're on to Fox, Jet v Jet, and at least this round goes in favor of Tens.
Okay, regardless of how this series goes, even if Cloud9 just absolutely dumpster them on Ascent, you have to think about what is this Fox guy also capable of. What else can he do against other teams, you know? So Brando, he's got that owl drone. Tens making it very difficult for him to feel safe. And that safe space now going to be that B site as he backs away from the middle there. Now, looking forward to how the attacker are going to play this one out. They found 2 picks early. It is, of course, Tig and Fox that are out of commission. And so this A site, quite clear. A lot of utility set up by Aaron. But, I mean, it's going to be dealt with. The opposition, they're going to be late on the retake. Of course, Cloud9's playing this slow. But when they find out that the A site's quite clear, this is looking like a round for C9.
Yeah, and I love that Relics is investing over onto C. Yeah, he's probably going to die, which is fine, but that buys them more time. Now they know, as they've been spotted, the dart was there, and they're going to have to pull it out. But now they know where the play is going to be, and the site is almost too difficult to take at this point, right? Like, it's a 4v3, yeah, but you're on the opposite side of the map. There's going to be a really good setup there from Cloud9 to keep things at bay. If you're Echo 8, Simo, do you even go for this?
I don't know. Let's say you win. Let's say you win this if you're Echo 8. Like, what's your economy like? You know what I mean? What's your economy like? And Cloud9 has struggled, and that struggle has really paid off. They've been able to keep it alive, even though the economy is not really looking good. And now they've had some time to balloon it. We're seeing the rounds now start to go over to Cloud9, but that's still not to discredit Echo 8. They're just struggling to keep the defense up. They go for these early picks. They want to contend for them against Cloud9. And while Echo 8 has had Cloud9's number in a couple of rounds, not even a couple, a lot of rounds, it is Cloud9 that have, you know what, I feel like woken up. And they've started to win some of these duels, and these duels are crazy. How do you win a 3v5 against Cloud9? You just kind of don't. So we'll see how the rounds move forward. Cloud9 is, of course, at match point. And Fox, the leader, not the leader, but the frag leader for Echo 8, he's got to judge.
Got to judge. We'll see what kind of sentencing he gives out. That's also not a great situation, right? You're rocking a judge on match point. That doesn't necessarily speak volumes for how much money you have going into this all decisive round, as it looks like once again Cloud9 wants to make a play onto A. They've got a little bit of distraction over on C long, but this time it seems like Echo 8 is getting a little bit wiser, and they're investing more this time. Last time it was just a bunch of utility set up and that was it, but now they've got people here as well. Guns do tend to hurt a little bit harder than utility does, well, unless you're Raze, of course.
Yeah, having a quick mention of the other match, 15-13, the score line, Genji the victors, but it went to quite a distance in the overtime. But still have to commend Charlotte Phoenix for the fight that they were able to put up. You know, initially we said how they would just kind of fall to the dust by the wayside, but looks like there's a good series on the opposite side, and they'll be moving on to Bind. Of course, we still on Haven here. It is Cloud9 looking to close this off. They've got a wall in their face. And on the opposite side, 2 members from Echo 8 ready to help this defense. That's Tense who gets involved. The slices and the dices, they won't start to come to fruition as they'll get that spike down. On the opposite side, it's Fox who's ready to get involved. And as you can see, Battle of the Jets, and the aerial won't work for Fox as Mitch is there to defend Tens. And now getting a little bit more vertical, trying to hop onto the wall as it's already been broken down. The rest of Echo 8 looking for an opportunity, looking for something, a pick. They need a lifeline, but Mitch is denying it. One frag after another. Tig will find one through the smoke, but it's down to 2 for Echo 8. The resurrection, of course, still available, but someone's lurking. It's Relics looking to stop them from behind. One more frag will do it. It's Mitch with the 4K, and Cloud9 take us to Ascent.
That last round felt more like Cloud9, right? Like that felt more like the Cloud9 that we know. Tens was cracked that entire round, just dashing all over the place, looking to get anything that he could. Relics played super well. Mitch stopped everything in its tracks. Like that is the Cloud9 that I expected to see the entire time. Tens played well, came in at below, below, that even score. He came in at 19 and 21, but they played well. That's the Cloud9 that I want to see. That's the Cloud9 that I think we'll continue to see here on Ascent.
Yeah, so Cloud9 is just that team, right? I mean, Simo picked them for a reason, okay? Whenever it comes to, if you had to be a fanboy of any team, he chose Cloud9. No, Mitch, you pointed him out perfectly. Mitch is that player that has been performing incredibly well. Last weekend was a great chance to watch him play, and he hasn't slowed down since. I will say it is impressive that Cloud9 was able to make that comeback as much as possible. Fox, though, that's where the storyline lies. I know Echo 8 just lost 13-10, but he